It's official. Ball State's entrepreneurship program is among some of the best in the nation. Good evening, I'm Amy Barnett.
And I'm Josh Woodsman. U.S. News and World Report just released its rankings of colleges moments ago, and Ball State was one of the best.
BSU's entrepreneurship program was ranked 7th in the nation and number 1 in the state of Indiana. The ranking beats such notable schools as the University of Michigan, Indiana University, the University of Maryland, and the University of Virginia. The newsstand book, America's Best Colleges, will be released in September, containing the complete ranking of all the universities. And be sure to join us for NewsCenter at 9:30 for more on this story, including student reaction.
Bayh Memorial Hospital is building a new cancer center, and they need help from the community.
Mandy Vandegrift tells us why they are raising money for the Bayh Center project. Mandy?
Thank you, Amy. WMDH is at Center Court in Muncie Mall today, and they're raising money for their CP and Kelly's quest for 1 million pennies. Through the 9-week campaign, many have given.
I'll tell you.
That is outstanding. Isn't that nice? So much.
So why'd you come out here today?
To give Aunt Sarah Ann her pennies.
Just like Michaela gave pennies in memory of her Aunt Sarah Ann, others dropped pennies in the bucket for their loved ones.
I lost a mother, a brother, and 2 aunts to cancer.
Oh, I had a sister-in-law die from cancer, but
CP and Kelly's quest for 1 million pennies at the Miniature Cultural Center in Oakhurst Gardens in Muncie until 7 o'clock tonight, out to collect 1 million pennies for the Cancer Center at Bayh Memorial Hospital.
WMDH Radio is collecting change to make a change at Bayh Memorial Hospital with the Bayh Cancer Center. Breast cancer survivor Stacy Merritt sees the center as more than just a place to get treatment.
With the Cancer Center, it's not only a facility that's being built at Bayh Memorial Hospital and utilized by so many people, but it's going to bring awareness, education, and hopefully prevention.
Outstanding is the word Cancer Services Director Barbara Cox uses to describe the developing Bayh Cancer Center.
Their physicians get their chemotherapy if that's what they're getting, or their radiation therapy. They may go to educational classes, support groups, use the library, go to the boutique.
However, centralizing services will cost $10.5 million. All to be done in private donations, most coming from Muncie's 2000 Millennium Group, who donated $8 million to the cause.
Do something, adapt a project where they can live, give a legacy to the community.
Mara is thankful for her services at Bayh Memorial Hospital.
A lot of times I say to people, I'm almost thankful that I had cancer. And people find that really odd that I say that, but the experience has been truly overwhelming. The people that I have met, the relationships that I have formed has just been outstanding.
The community increased that quest for 1 million pennies to 3 million pennies. And the quest still goes on tonight until 7, so if you're around about the Muncie Mall, you can stop by before 7 and empty your pockets. Back to you, Amy.
Thank you, Mandy. They will be presenting the check to the Ball Center tonight at 7 p.m. in the Mall Center Court.
A tragic accident at the end of August killed one Muncie teenager, hospitalized another, and left a family with a lot of bills. So to help out, donations are now being accepted to help cover funeral and hospital expenses. Vicki Winkle died in the accident, and Misty Burden was severely injured when their truck crossed the center line and struck a semi on East 29th Street last August 30th. Donations are now being accepted at any WGE credit union. For more information, you can call Renee St. John of WGE at 289-2148, extension 222.
According to the Muncie Star-Press, residents in Delaware County may see their property taxes going up. The auditor's office says Delaware County is more than $4.9 million below its maximum property tax levy. Next year's budget proposes an $18.5 million property tax hike for the reassessment funds. That's $291,000 more than the maximum property tax levy. However, cuts in the budget are being made. Nearly $1.2 million were cut this week from county government budgets. That includes a $1.2 million cut from the county general fund, over $600,000 from the commissioner's budget, and a $200,000 cut from the court budget. The final budget hearing will take place at the special meeting Wednesday night in room 309A of the county building. It starts at 7 p.m.
Next week, Muncie will host a conference to discuss issues facing other small cities of its size. Scholars, urban planners, and community leaders will be on hand to discuss economic, historical, social, and other problems facing cities with populations of 40,000 to 100,000. The conference begins next Friday and will last a week. Organizers say if it goes well, it will become an annual event here in Muncie.
An Indiana author visited the Ball State campus last night to discuss his award-winning book with university freshmen. Scott Russell Sanders talked about his latest work, Hunting for Hope, a book he was inspired to write after a backpacking trip he took with his son. Sanders said he learned that worrying about our society's future had given his son a sense of despair. He said he now hopes students will walk away with the feeling that there is hope, that we just have to find it.
Fall is more than 2 weeks away, but football season has already kicked into action, and support for the team seemed to dominate yesterday's SGA meeting. SGA is offering students a bus trip to Kentucky for this Saturday's showdown between the Cards and Wildcats. Students will get a game ticket, lunch, t-shirt, and transportation for only $10. Student government also has big plans for the September 29th game against Miami. SGA President Tommy Rector hopes to get students from both schools involved.
I have a call in right now to the student government president at Miami of Ohio to invite some of their students to come down, and we're going to do like a Ball State team versus the Miami of Ohio team in the Cardinal 5K fun run.
And Milan joins us with a look at our first forecast.
Milan, with a Ball State game coming up this weekend at Kentucky, what's the weather going to be like?
Well, it's going to be raining this weekend. They're going to get a lot of rain, but for tonight we're going to be clear. We're going to get up to 69 degrees tonight for our low. It's going to be mostly sunny out there. Well, I guess mostly cloudy, I should be saying. But for tomorrow, it's going to be a little stormy out there. That rain is going to start coming in. We're going to get up to 83 degrees for our temperature tomorrow, and that's going to start off the process for the rain for the rest of the weekend.
Okay, thanks, Milan. An Indiana senator wants to warn his fellow Democrats that the government is carelessly dipping into Social Security trust fund money. Senator Evan Bayh says the Congressional Budget Office estimates $9 billion of Social Security funds could be spent on other things this year. Now he wants Democrats to push for restoring the money. Bayh adds that today that the exact amount of money he will be talking about will be available in January.
Indiana Planned Parenthood began offering the morning after pill free of charge to rape victims today. The treatment is 2 high doses of birth control pills, which are 75% effective at preventing pregnancy. The regimen must be started within 72 hours of unprotected sex. The morning after pill prevents the pregnancy by stopping the fertilized egg from implanting in the uterus. Planned Parenthood operates 38 clinics across Indiana.
A 16-year-old Central Indiana boy will be spending the next 8 years in prison for beating his 12-year-old friend to death. Michael Beard of Anderson pleaded guilty as an adult to criminal recklessness and reckless homicide. He admitted to hitting Wesley Troxell in the chest 5 times in November. Beard was 15 when the incident occurred. Beard told police he was involved with the Six, a gang active in Anderson. Authorities accused Beard of beating Troxell as a punishment for trying to leave the group.
Well, when NewsCenter returns, Milan Willie will have a look at your complete weekend forecast. Plus, we'll tell you what had people from Massachusetts to North Carolina looking towards the sky.
And a visiting head of state gets a rare opportunity. Stay tuned.
In East Central Indiana, there is only one place to turn for local news.
About 2 million Serbian residents.
Ball State has gained national attention.
News Center 43.
America's
on Rule 7. We're okay on time now, guys.
Clouds begin to
Muncie's only live TV newscast.
Reporting live.
Only live.
On Saturday as we go to the
An
highlight.
official CNN Student Bureau. News Center 43, Monday through Thursday at 5:30 and 9:30 on Burris Channel 43.
Mexican President Vicente Fox visited members of Congress today in an unusual address on Capitol Hill.
President Fox spoke to a joint meeting of Congress, a rare event for visiting head of state. Elaine Keano reports from Washington.
Mexican President Vicente Fox received a warm welcome during his address to a joint meeting of Congress.
The time has come for Mexico and United States to trust each other.
President Fox emphasized trust as his theme, calling it a necessity between the U.S. and Mexico on several fronts: the drug war, trade, and immigration.
Trust in dealing with migration entails reaching common ground to address the status of Mexican migrants already working and living in the United States.
With millions of undocumented Mexican immigrants serving as a labor pool for American businesses, President Fox is pressing for an immigration agreement with the U.S. by the end of the year. One possibility, an agreement that would combine temporary worker privileges with permanent residency.
Regularization means that we will provide them with the legal means to allow them to continue contributing to this great nation.
If somebody is willing to do jobs others in America aren't willing to do, we ought to welcome that person to the country.
But the Bush administration could face strong resistance in Congress, where some members oppose any amnesty for illegal immigrants. In Washington, I'm Elaine Quijano reporting.
A Secret Service spokesperson says a 44-year-old man jumped the White House fence this afternoon. Secret Service agents quickly hauled the intruder away for questioning. No one was hurt in the incident. The intruder's identity has not yet been released.
A little bit of junk lit up the eastern sky this morning. Naval officials at the U.S. Space Command says a Russian rocket re-entering the atmosphere created a dazzling streak. People from Massachusetts to North Carolina reported seeing the fiery return of the rocket, which had been orbiting the Earth since 1975. Earlier observations had suggested the object was a meteor, but Space Command says it's one of the 8,300 man-made objects it's been tracking in space.
In the heart of north-central Indiana lies a place of contrasts, a quaint Amish community with one of the biggest summertime businesses anywhere.
Keith Oppenheim takes us 130 miles northwest to Shipshewana, where once a week there's one very wild and noisy auction.
They come by car and by buggy, hunting for the right item, waiting for an auctioneer to sing out the right price.
Sold it over here at $60.
It is commerce amidst cacophony, Amish amidst English, a place of contrasts. For every Wednesday in Shipshewana, Indiana, as many as 11 auctioneers gather at the big barn and simultaneously sell until virtually everything here is gone.
It's just something I've been looking for. I like the oak. The drawers looks like they're in pretty good shape.
Lots of antiques here fetch high bids, but there is room for the outlandish, the nostalgic, and the downright weird. Yes, those are false teeth.
I'm here almost on a weekly basis. I can sell anywhere from $2,000 to $15,000 a week, depending on what I have.
The auction began here in Shipshewana nearly 80 years ago. A flea market eventually grew around the barn.
A flea market that now has 1,100 vendors and is considered the largest in the Midwest. So what you have here in Shipshewana is different kinds of buyers. Some who are hunting for the bargain and others who are willing to take their chances.
So the variety that you can find here and the cross-section of people as well as merchandise and the volume, all of it plays together and creates an experience for everybody that walks in here.
In Shipshewana, Indiana, I'm Keith Oppenheim reporting.
Wow, never knew that.
Me neither.
How interesting.
Be kind of fun to go.
Yes, that's right. Well, Milan joins us with weather.
Milan, bad news. Rain this weekend. We got a big Ball State game. Fortunately, it's away. So,
but still, that rain is going to hit us. We had a beautiful week, bright sunshine, nice temperatures, but that's all going to come to the end. On Friday, with some scattered showers coming our way, and that's going to be for the rest of the weekend. But I'll have the rest of your forecast right after the break. Welcome back. As we look at our weather almanac, we see that we got up to 84 degrees today. Our normal high is 78 degrees. Our normal low, 57, but we got up to 51 this morning. Our sunrise was at 6:14, and our sunset is going to be at 7:05 p.m. But as we look at our highs around Muncie, we see up in South Bend, you got up to 81 degrees. Fort Wayne, you got up to 80. Lafayette, 83. Indianapolis, 83. And Evansville down there, you topped it off at 88 degrees for your high. Our current conditions, we're sunny right now with 80 degrees. Southwest wind is at 9 miles per hour with some low humidity at 44%. Looking at the big picture, we see that we have some rain, more so in Iowa in Iowa and over here in Montana and Wyoming. And all that cloud cover means rain, in which we're going to see in the next graphic, and how we're going to have all this rain coming our way, more so down here in Florida. And you see this rain right here, this is going to be coming into our area. It's not going to be here tonight, but it will be here by tomorrow morning. So that's something that we have to look forward to. But for right now, we see we have nothing really going on in our area. Part of our area is just very, very clear out there, and that's going to be, again, until tomorrow morning when we get those scattered showers. And we see this stationary front. And along this stationary front is where most of the storms will develop because of this frontal system. But for the rest of tonight, we just see that we're just going to be in the 60s around our area, 70s down here in Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, and 40s more so in the west. But that's nothing that we have to look forward to. For us, we're going to be mostly clear out there with a low of 69 degrees, and our wind is going to be out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. For tomorrow morning when you wake up for class or for work, it's going to be some scattered showers out there. Our temperatures are going to be at 69 degrees with our wind south at 8 miles per hour. Now, we see this cold front that's going to come through our area tomorrow, and as this cold front comes through and passes through our area, it should be passing by more so Saturday. We're going to have some storms right behind that, and that's going to be keeping us rainy for the rest of the weekend, and it's going to cool off our temperatures a bit more so by Saturday night and Saturday, for the rest of the day, Saturday rather. But as we look at our temperatures for tomorrow, it's going to be 80 degrees in our area. More down here in Texas, they're going to get up to 90 degrees. And we have some 60s over here in Montana and Wyoming in that area. But for tomorrow for us, we're going to have some isolated thunderstorms throughout the day. Our high should get up to 83 degrees with our wind southwest at 14 miles per hour. And as we look at our 3-day, just look at that. Rain Saturday and Sunday. Monday, the bright sunshine comes back with a high of 70 degrees because of that cold front that's coming in, cooling off our temperatures quite a bit.
You know, I really, really hope the rain holds off just a little bit for the football players down in Kentucky.
Maybe we're going to cross our fingers.
I hope so.
We
Just
want
a
them
couple
to
hours.
bring us a
couple
win.
hours. Yeah.
All right, definitely. Thanks, Milan.
Speaking of sports, Margie Zehart joins us.
Margie, we got a big game coming up this weekend. Football's all we're talking about today. What are your predictions? Can we take UK?
Well, I don't know. It'll be a big game, but we definitely do have a big SEC game coming up this weekend. So I'll tell you all about it. Sports is next. I'll tell you after the break. Keep watching. The Ball State football team may not have scored against Auburn this past weekend, but a touchdown could definitely be in the future day after tomorrow when the Cards go to the Bluegrass to meet Kentucky. The Cats are in the works of their own losing streak, not having won a single matchup against anybody since IU last year. Louisville ran all over them during the fourth quarter last weekend, with quarterback Jared Lorenzen completing less than 39% of his passes and rushing for negative yardage. And also UK lost their best linebacker to a hurt knee last week, so the odds of the Ball State boys pulling out a win get even better and better. Shown here getting run all over by Auburn, though. Ball State's own Kentucky boy, Scott Blair, talked about how the Cards have a great chance of winning this major SEC matchup.
The reason why we can't play with Kentucky, there's no reason why we can't beat Kentucky. Just for us to beat Kentucky, everybody's got to have the mindset that we can beat Kentucky. I don't see any reason why we'll have a problem with them. They're fast, and just like every other SEC school.
And on a side note, the boys from the Bluegrass might be a little somber for another reason when they take the field this weekend. A voice of Kentucky basketball and football for more than 4 decades passed away yesterday to cancer. Cayward Ledford broadcast 17 Final Fours, including the Wildcats' national championships in 1958 and 1978. He also broadcast the Kentucky Derby more than 15 times. Ledford was inducted into the Kentucky Hall of Fame in 1987, and a jersey with his name hangs in Rupp Arena. But and out to Worthen Arena last night, the fans were all pumped, trying to make it. Number 32, game 1, Stephanie Keller digs up for Laura Gilbert. That made it look easy. Then it was Megan Hammond sent up to Gilbert, who assists Julie Zilka. They don't know what's going on. So the Cards take the first game. IUPUI tries to get things going, but Zilka and Katie Butts help each other out there for a nice stuff. Then Hammonds puts it away. Look at the power. Ball State takes all 3 matches. Next up for the ladies is a trip to third-ranked Wisconsin on Friday. But volleyball isn't the only lady sports in action this weekend. The Ball State soccer team faces 2 in-state road matches this weekend. First on the plate is IUPUI this Friday, and then the Sycamores of Indiana State next on Saturday. The Cards coming off a 2-0 start to the season, And also field hockey's in action. They opened their home season on Saturday at 1 p.m. taking on Iowa. They started the season last weekend with a pair of wins against Hofstra and Northwestern. And some Major League Baseball today. Detroit taking on the White Sox, picking it up at the top of the fourth, 2 out. Jose Macia hits it to right center, but it goes through right fielder Maglio Ordonez that brings in Wendell McGee. Macias makes it all the way around the bases. Next play, Damian Easley singles to center field. That brings in Macias for an easy RBI. Not too hard of a day at the ballpark. Tigers go on to win it 6-2. And finally, in some sports notes, still no end in sight of the NFL referee contract negotiations. The refs threw out the newest proposal by the NFL. The replacement refs are here at least for the first week of the regular season. And, of course, the Little League World Series pitcher Danny Almonte is finally attending school in the U.S. He is enrolled in 8th grade level bilingual classes in the Bronx, which began school this week. And on a side note, also in Major League Baseball action, Barry Bonds hit his 60th home run today. He only has 10 more to go to tie the record. So
very impressive.
Yeah, he has about another month. So
you think you can do that?
I don't know if, the pressure might get to him. We'll just have to see, but I don't know.
All right, thanks, Margie.
When NewsCenter returns, we'll have your last look at your weekend weather.
Stay tuned.
In East Central Indiana, there is only one place to turn for local news.
About 2 million Serbian residents.
Gulf State has gained national attention.
News Center 43.
America's
And Rule 7. We're okay on time now, guys.
Clouds begin to form.
Muncie's only live TV newscast.
Reporting live.
Only live.
On Saturday as we go to the
An
highlight.
official CNN Student Bureau. News Center 43, Monday through Thursday at 5:30 and 9:30 on PERS Channel 43.
And Milan joins us with her wake-up weather.
Okay, well, basically what we've been talking about, the rain that's coming our way. And that rain's going to start tomorrow, and it's going to be here Saturday and Sunday. But Monday, we're going to get some relief from the rain with some bright sunshine and a high of 70 degrees. So I guess we should be looking forward to Monday.
Yeah.
Well, when we're all carrying our umbrellas this weekend, we'll be sure to remember you. Well, thanks for joining us for NewsCenter at 5:30. I'm Josh Witzman.
And I'm Amy Barnett. NewsCenter 43 is an official CNN Student Bureau. Be sure to tune in tonight for NewsCenter at 9:30.
Have a good evening.